Good afternoon, MLS Listing subscribers, and thank you for joining us today. Welcome back to Realtors Edge. I'm Carlos Rodriguez with MLS Listings, and I'm excited to introduce today's topic, unlocking the power of CubiCasa in just 5 minutes. That sounds exciting, right? Well, I would like to extend a warm welcome back to Joseph McDermott and Daniela Rasgattino from CubiCasa. How are both of you doing?
Doing well. Thank you so much for inviting us back. Excited to be here.
With that said, I'll now turn this over to our guests. Joseph, Daniela, the mic is all yours.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, to start out, let me just get my screen shared here and we'll make sure everything is working as anticipated. I got a thumbs up from Daniela, so I think we are good there. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joseph. I oversee our MLS partnerships here at CubiCasa. Excited to be back for another session to really highlight all of the amazing things that you can do from just one single 5-minute scan of a property. I'm also joined by Daniela today from our success team. She'll give us a deeper dive into the dashboard and show the ins and outs for the products and features that we're going to talk about today. Hopefully by now, everyone that's joining us has downloaded the app, has done a scan of a property, created some floor plans. But if not, I will start out with a quick introduction to what CubiCasa is and what you can use our tool for. And then diving into today's session, I'm going to hone in on how you can unlock the power of that one single 5-minute scan to create multiple different floor plan products that you can use to market your active listings and help your buyers to make the decision of which home makes the most sense for them to move forward with. If CubiCasa is brand new to you, I'll start out with that high level overview, like I mentioned. So, we started a number of years ago essentially as a floor plan redraw service, but we've evolved into what we are today, which is an amazing mobile app that allows you to quickly and easily scan a property in just a couple of minutes to create an accurate floor plan of the home. You'll also get individual room dimensions like you see on the sample on screen there, and have access to a number of different 2D and 3D floor plan options, as well as different types of reports that will highlight key information and features of the home that you can share with the homeowner or the potential buyers. Our goal here, just in general, is to bring a floor plan to every single real estate listing across the country. So we know from NAR research that consumers want to see floor plans, they're asking for them to be included on listings, and additional research from companies like Zillow and Respi AI show that consumers spend more time on listings that have rich media like floor plans. They're also more likely to click into listings that have floor plans available, and some consumers will even skip over a listing entirely if there isn't a floor plan or virtual tour available. And because of our partnership with MLS Listings, you now have an incredibly easy way to create these floor plans, give consumers in your market exactly what they're looking for when searching for their next home. If you joined us for our last session a few weeks ago, we looked at how you can use floor plans to elevate your listings, take them to the next level. So, our vision here is for basic floor plans to just become standard practice for all new listings. And then for you to be able to take advantage of this tool here to take the listing to the next level by using some of the additional products that we're going to cover today. So once you've completed that 5-minute scan of a property, we'll be able to use that same scan to create 2D style floor plans, overview reports of the property, as well as 3D style floor plans. In that last session that I mentioned, we focus on the middle section of the slide here, the 2D floor plans, and what you can offer when upgrading from just the basic regular light floor plan to the Plus package, which unlocks a number of different tools and features. Today, we're going to look at an all new feature that we've bundled into those Plus floor plans, and then dive into some of the available 3D options that you can create. Now, you're probably going to hear me say this like 10 times throughout the session today, but all of these different options are created from that same single 5-minute property scan. Now, to recap those Plus style floor plans, just in case you did miss that last session, it's one simple upgraded package that will unlock a number of different features and makes it really easy for you to enhance your listing. The sort of tentpole feature of the Plus style floor plans is that they include fixed furniture. So this means that you'll see appliances in the kitchen, any islands or wraparound countertops will be on the floor plan, as well as fixtures in the bathrooms and wet spaces. So things like vanities, bathtubs, washers, dryers, all of that will be included, as well as the actual door swing direction of each door within the space. The example that you see here on the screen shows the top story of a home, so one single level of the floor plan. You can see there are two bathrooms here, and if you look into those spaces, you'll see the location of the toilets, sinks, and showers actually featured on the floor plan itself. The same will be true for any sort of built-in fixtures. So think things like fireplaces, built-in shelving in the living room, things like that will all be drawn into the floor plan itself. Now you'll also notice here looking at this slide, you see two different color schemes and styles of the same floor plan. You'll be able to customize the style of your floor plans. You can even upload your own logo, save out multiple versions. I typically recommend doing something like you see on the screen here. Save out a simple black and white option that follows any MLS rules that you can actually use for the listing itself to upload on that side, and then create a custom style that you can use for your own marketing purposes. So something that you'll post on Facebook or Instagram to market the home, or something to include on like a one pager takeaway at an open house. You can really match up your branding and make this an awesome marketing tool. In addition to the individual room dimensions that you see featured on this floor plan, the Plus floor plans will also give you total interior square footage calculations alongside a home report that will outline a level by level and room by room breakdown of the property, which makes it very easy to share things like those individual room dimensions. You'll also have the option to take photos during the scan as you're walking through, capturing the property to generate a snapshots report. Now, while this typically isn't used on the listing itself, this will showcase each of the photos that you took next to a floor plan, marking exactly where that photo was taken in the space. So this is a really nice way to highlight key features of a home that maybe aren't included on the listing photos. Or the example I always give is if you're working with a first-time home buyer, this is a nice way to showcase where things like the electrical panel are, or the hot water tank, things like that. Show them a photograph of that space, but then also the floor plan showing exactly where they'll find it within the home. Now, what's most exciting about our Plus style floor plans is an all new feature that we just launched last week, CubiCasa Tour. So this is our all new AI powered virtual tour that allows you to create an interactive floor plan just by submitting your normal CubiCasa scan and uploading the listing photos. There has never been an easier, faster, or more affordable way to create a virtual tour. All you need to do is scan the property like normal, just like you're creating that regular floor plan, and then submit your listing photos with your Plus or Plus 3D floor plan order. We will then automatically generate the tour experience for you and provide a hosted URL that you can then copy and paste into the virtual tour field of the listing or to share and blast out through social media. The tour will only take a couple of minutes for us to generate on our end, and then that hosted tour experience will look just like what you see on the right-hand side of the screen here. Now I'm going to change my tab so we can take a look at an actual live CubiCasa tour. So this way I can let you know how you actually interact with the tour experience. So there's two different ways that you can interact with the tour. On the left-hand side is where you will find the floor plan image. Each of these little hotspots that you see on the floor plan is clickable and will take you directly to the photo that was taken from that spot. When navigating through the floor plan here, you can also zoom in and out if you wanted to get a closer look if there are multiple photos in one single room. You can use this button along the bottom to recenter the floor plan if you have zoomed in or out. And then this drop down next to this will allow you to toggle between the different floors, different stories of the home. Now on the right-hand side of the screen, you can interact with the photos basically the same way you would on a normal photo carousel. You can just kind of swipe through, except here, the floor plan will update to actually highlight the hotspot on that floor plan, showing you exactly where that photo was taken. So this is a really clean, simple, awesome way for consumers to navigate through a property and allows you to be able to combine the floor plan that you're creating alongside the photos that you've already taken and take them to the next level with more of an interactive type experience. After the tour has been created, you then have the ability to edit it and manage it. So, the quick edit tool that you're already using to make edits to your regular floor plans now allows you to also edit the CubiCasa Tour. So, it's very easy to add or remove different photos. You can even rotate those individual hotspots, move them around the floor plan. The interactive tour, we will place everything by default, but if you do need to go in and move things around, if you have a number of photos in, say, the dining room, for example, the floor plan could look a little bit crowded if you had 5 of those different hotspots just in one single room. So it's very easy to just go in here, drag the hotspots out to allow for easier navigation. Or if you feel the angle isn't perfectly lined up with how it is in real life, where that photo was taken from, you can just quickly rotate that icon, just a number of clicks, and resave out the floor plan from there. From here is also where you will manage that tour experience. So you can select a cover photo or change the cover photo that will be displayed when the tour is actually pulled up, someone clicks that link either through the virtual tour field or what's displayed when they click through on social media. From here, you can toggle the tour on or off to ensure that it's inactive once a property has been sold or taken off the market. And you'll also be able to toggle whether you want the room dimensions displayed or hidden when someone is actively looking at that live tour. Here is also where you'll also be able to access your share settings for the tour. So the hosted URL will be available to copy and paste. That's what you can use to input into the virtual tour field, or again, to blast out on social media. There's also going to be an embed code that you can copy paste here. So if you wanted to frame the tour experience on, a dedicated property website or on your own website to highlight or spotlight a new listing, it's again just a simple copy paste with either of those options. So it really could not be any easier. Daniela will give us a closer look at how to interact with all of this on the dashboard itself in a few minutes, where you can create, manage, and edit the tour from that CubiCasa dashboard. But I encourage everyone to try it out with your next listing. It's an incredibly powerful and simple tool. And again, it only is going to take you that 5-minute scan to actually put together. So now that you have created your 2D style floor plans to showcase the layout of the home, you've created a CubiCasa scan or a CubiCasa tour, I'm sorry, to give that immersive experience for potential home buyers. The next step is to bring the home to life using 3D. So while floor plans and the photos that are used in the tour and on the listing itself are awesome resources for home buyers to get a feel for the home, you're still just looking at one single room at a time. That's where our available 3D products come into play. These allow you to get a bird's eye view into the entire property as a whole, and not just a vacant home, it will actually be filled with furniture. So we'll match the furniture and colors and textures as closely as possible to how they are in real life. And we can even fill an empty home with furniture to better visualize the space. Or if you have a home that is, partially packed up as someone's getting ready to move, or maybe there's just mismatched furniture in every room and it doesn't showcase the home in its best light, we can streamline all of that, clean up the home, and make sure that the visualization is as clear and perfect as it can be. This is also a style that a lot of apartment communities are already using for their floor plans. So this is something that potential home buyers are already going to be familiar with, have already seen, and will really be able to understand the layout of the home and what it will look like with their stuff in it. Now you can take these 3D floor plans a step further by including a 3D video rendering. So this will be a couple minute long walkthrough of that rendered space. I'm going to get this video playing so you can watch that in the background while I'm talking. And I'll send over a link to this video in the chat box in just a couple of minutes if you want to take a closer look. We've also got some other examples on our YouTube channel if you want to get a better feel for what these renders look like. But we'll map out the home or the route through the home that makes the most sense, what's going to be the most visually appealing. So don't worry about the route that you take through the home to actually scan the property. We'll clean things up again to showcase the home in its best light. Typically, we'll start at the front door and kind of work our way through from there. But this will help buyers to really get a feel for what it's like to be inside the home, even if they're not there. This is a great resource when working with out of state buyers, for example, or if you're working with out of state investors to really understand the layout of the space and get a feel for it outside of sort of the static image of the 2D floor plan or even the static image of the 3D style floor plan. And because we'll clean things up and really help to showcase the property, essentially in a staged environment, it's a great option for homes that might not be, photo or video ready. Or like I was saying before, if the home has kind of mismatched furniture and things like that, this will be an awesome option to clean it up and show it as best as possible. So I'm not going to walk through the entirety of this. It does walk through the second story here with the bedrooms and things like that. But I'll send the link if you want to take a closer look at this video. And then you can check out some other options on our YouTube channel to get a feel for what those video renderings look like. The last thing I want to call out here on the 3D side of things is our CAD files. So while this likely won't be used for new listings and likely for, a handful of your buyers, not everybody's going to be asking for these. I do want to note that you can generate both 2D and 3D CAD files for any home that you scan. These are editable files that will allow you to use just about any CAD software to go in and make adjustments to the home. If you're working with somebody who wants to flip the home, for example, remodel the kitchen, take down a wall, add an addition to the back of the home, any project like that, this will be an option to do all of that work digitally before you actually go in and start renovation or even demolition of the home. So as you can see, there are a number of different options that you can quickly and easily create to enhance not just the listing, but to provide great resources to any of your clients on both the sale side and the buy side, and really just to improve the home buying experience in general. Now, I'm not sure if I did actually say this 10 times like I thought I was going to, but the whole point of what we walked through today is to show you that everything that you can create from that same 5-minute scan. CubiCasa is already a powerful tool to create those basic 2D floor plans that we love to see on listings, but hopefully now you can see how you can really unlock the full potential of your scans to create amazing marketing material. And something Daniela will show us in a moment when we take a look at the dashboard is that you can select any of the products at any time after you've completed a scan. So even if you just want to start out with the basic light floor plan, you can come back after the fact to then create any additional customized 2D styles, to add and create your CubiCasa Tour, or even to select a 3D floor plan or video rendering to add something new to your listing, especially if it's been sitting for a couple of weeks. These are just awesome things that you can add on. It's only going to take a couple of clicks on your end, no additional work outside of that first 5-minute scan that you've done of the property. Now, I always love to give a shout out to our awesome support team who are available for any questions you have as you're creating, editing, customizing your floor plans. We've looked at a lot of different products today, a lot of different things that you may have questions about as you're getting started. You'll be able to reach us at any time. We've got live chat baked into both the mobile app and the desktop website. And we have a dedicated priority inbox for our MLS partners, which you can email at mlshelp@cubicasa.com. So that's everything that I wanted to cover with you on my end. Hopefully this was helpful for you to see, a few different options that you have when creating floor plans for your listings. If you haven't already created your CubiCasa account, that will of course be the first step. So I've included a QR code here on the screen that you can scan to get started. You can either scan that or click through the CubiCasa link on your MLS dashboard. Either option will automatically affiliate your MLS membership, pre-populate all of those discounts for you on your account, and then you will be ready to start scanning from there. For now, I'll check in with Daniela to see if we've had any questions come through or any common questions that we want to touch on and share with the group here. And then I'll toss it over so she can walk us through the CubiCasa Tour experience on your dashboard and then highlight where and how you can create those new options for your listings, like 3D floor plans and 3D video renderings.
Thank you, Joseph. Did we mention everything can be done in a 5-minute scan? Not sure if that was mentioned, but you don't need fancy equipment. You don't need extensive training or a monthly subscription fee to a program. It's just using the tool that's in your pocket and you use every day. And so our goal here is to make things as easy and accessible for you as possible. But I haven't seen any questions in the Q&A so far. Feel free to drop them in. We'll also leave some time at the end to answer any questions that you might have. But some common questions we get all the time through all our different webinars is regarding the scanning best practices. So just a few tips for you if you're new with us and you're just getting started. Is to go ahead and prepare yourself for that scan by opening up all doors, making sure there's enough light in the property, and then kind of mentally walking through what path you're going to be taking throughout that property so that you're set up for success within your scan. And then while you're scanning, if you're scanning a property with multiple floors, we recommend starting from the bottom and then working your way up that property. It truly doesn't matter whether you go up, down, or down, up, but this is the easiest method we have found so far. And you can also scan outdoor areas as well, like detached garages, pools, patios, things like that. You can walk up to a distance of 300 feet from the actual property. So if that's needed, that can be done as well. So those are just a few tips for you. I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the next section and let me know once that screen loads up for us. All right, so I'm going to show you guys where you're going to be able to find all the products and resources that Joseph just covered for us within your dashboard page. So you're going to have two accounts. They're both the same, but one is going to be through your device app and the other one is going to be through your dashboard. The app is going to be used for scanning your properties, and then once you send those scans for processing, you'll have access to them through this dashboard page that I have pulled up. You'll also be able to access additional tools and resources from the dashboard view, which is why we're covering that section today. Now, you'll always land on this dashboard tab, and to access an order, all you have to do is click on that order address. Once that page loads for you, you will notice you'll have different tabs at the top with different packages and products that we offer. So under the 2D product tab is where all the 2D products that you've purchased will be housed, including the free light version. I have the Plus 3D package for this order specifically. So you're seeing the Plus version of the 2D floor plan with the colors and fixed furniture icons, as well as the total calculations here at the bottom. The next tab is your CubiCasa Tour. So this is the new product that Joseph showed us a little bit ago that was just released last week. If you want to create a CubiCasa Tour, you will need to make sure that you have the Plus or the Plus 3D package selected. Then this tab will be available for you where you can get started by uploading photos of the property. Once you've uploaded those photos, our AI system will generate a tour and it will show like it is on the screen for us right now once it's been generated. From here, you can preview all the different icons. And if you decide that some of the icons are maybe displaced or you would like to rearrange them in a different manner, you do have the option to do that using the quick edit tool. So if we go to the top where it says manage tour, here you'll be able to select the edit tool, and this will open a new tab within your web browser that will give you access to adjust the icons within the CubiCasa Tour and other elements of the 2D floor plan as well. So to adjust the CubiCasa Tour icons and photos, you will simply select the floor that you're interested in here in the top right corner. Select the tour icon here on the left-hand side. select the icon you would like to modify, and then you will notice you'll have a pop-up screen of all the photos that are included within that floor. Some photos will not be included. What the AI system does is that it will do a best match with the orientation of the property, but you are open to customize this yourself as well. So for instance, if I just wanted to change the orientation of the icon, I will drag it with my mouse or entirely move it to a new position. I can choose to select whether I want to hide it or display it. And photos that are not included can be added manually as well. Just click and drag where you would want that position to be, and then that new icon will appear for you. If you want to include more photos, you can do upload photos, or you can also, like I mentioned, hide any photos that are displayed and that you don't want to show. Once you are done making all these changes, all you have to do is click the floppy disk here at the top corner. You will get a pop-up asking you if you want to save the model. You'll select OK. And then once that pop-up box disappears, you can exit out of that tab. Wait 3 to 4 minutes for those changes to load, refresh the screen, and your new and updated CubiCasa Tour will be shown on the screen for you. Now, other tools that you have is you can view the photos that have been uploaded from the screen as well. And then under tour sharing settings is where you'll be able to access that link. The link will be provided here, and this is a link that you can put within your MLS platform. If you want to deactivate that link at a later time, you can do so through here. And then you can also choose to decide whether you want to display the dimensions and the property address as well. Other tabs is your GLA. So if you are someone that needs the gross living area, which shows livable versus non-livable spaces and includes exterior measurements, highly recommend going with this option as it will give you the most accurate measurements. And then next to the tab will be reports. So here's where you can download the home report. And if you did take photos while you were creating the scan, the snapshot report will be available under here as well. And finally, all the 3D products will be housed under this 3D products tab. Here you will have access to view the 3D floor plan and the 3D video render. Now, on every tab, you will notice that you'll have the option to upgrade for any product that you would like. So even if the order has already been processed and delivered, you can choose to purchase additional products at a later time if needed. Simply select the new product that you would like. You will go through all the purchasing options. And then once you are done finalizing that, we will send you an email notification letting you know once that new product you have just purchased is ready for downloading into your account. Speaking of downloading, the download icon will also be available within every tab. And this will give you the option to download any products and add-ons that you have purchased with the order. You can choose to select whether you want to download the 2D floor plans with or without dimensions and what file formats you would like them in. And then from here, you can download additional products as well. That's pretty much when it comes to the order page itself. Lastly, I do want to cover your styling options. So for those who are interested in the plus and above packages, you will have the options to really customize or personalize your floor plans as you want. If you're new with us, you won't have any templates pre-created for you, but you can get started by selecting Create Style. From here, you can go through all the different editing options that we have available for you, such as the language that you want the floor plan labels to be in, the logo style, and even the colors that you want particular spaces to be in. We do have predefined color schemes already created for you. Our most popular one is earth tones. And if you want to really play around with it, you can also do so by selecting the color and dragging it to the one that you would like. Other options are adjusting the text family, color, and even how you want the letters to be casted. And lastly, you can also adjust the disclaimer text and which measurement method you would like displayed. So for the plus, version, it will come automatically with the gross internal area. This is the square footage of the wall-to-wall space, and it does not include outdoor measurements or the GLA that we saw a little bit ago. If you know that your clients are going to be comparing the measurements of your floor plans to county, public, or previous appraisal records, I highly recommend going with the GLA add-on. You don't need the Plus or Plus 3D. You can order it under the free light version and just have the GLA measurements alone. And if you want the Plus but without any measurements, simply unselect this option here. Once you're done, you can save this template as new. And you can create as many templates as you would like within your account. One thing I want to mention is that it won't update orders that have already been delivered within your account. If you need to update the style of an order that has already been made in the past, all you have to do is go back to your dashboard or order page, go back to the order address, and then where it says change style, simply select the style template that you have just created or updated. Give it a few minutes to load, refresh your page, and that new style should be updated for you on the screen. So that is everything I wanted to cover with you guys today. I just want to leave you with a tip. So if you notice, you'll see this chat bubble following you around the screen wherever you go. You can access our help center knowledge base if you ever need resources or have any questions. It's a keyword searchable database. So if you type in the question you have, an article will pre-populate for you with steps, tutorials, or information for you. And if you need to contact a live representative from our customer team, you can go under the Messages app and send us a message, and someone on the other side will get in touch with you and help walk you through any questions or assistance that you might need.
But thank you very much, everyone, to all the participants today. It's always a pleasure to be with you on our Realtors Edge series, and I'm going to invite you to come to the next one. So we'll let you know which vendor is going to be with us, but definitely so glad to have Joseph and Daniela here today. It's always a pleasure. We enjoy it. I love the upgrades, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Daniela.
Thanks,
Thank you, Joseph.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.